stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the political landscape of South Asia. Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has resigned from her post and fled to India. This move comes after weeks of relentless protests and escalating violence that have gripped the country, leading to a significant loss of life and widespread unrest. The protests, which began as a student-led movement against a quota system for government jobs, quickly snowballed into a national crisis, with calls for Prime Minister Hasina's resignation growing louder by the day. The situation reached a boiling point when thousands of protesters stormed the official residence of the Prime Minister, engaging in acts of defiance and celebration at the prospect of her departure. The scenes of victory and relief were in stark contrast to the preceding weeks of tension and bloodshed, which had seen clashes between protesters and law enforcement agencies, resulting in numerous casualties. The death toll from these clashes has been reported to be nearly 300, with hundreds more injured in the violence that has engulfed the capital, Dhaka, and other major cities across Bangladesh. In the wake of this turmoil, Prime Minister Hasina, along with her sister, made a hasty exit from the country, with reports indicating that they crossed the border into India. The exact details of their departure remain unclear, with some sources suggesting that they traveled to the eastern Indian state of West Bengal, while others speculate that their destination was the northeastern state of Tripura. Regardless of their exact whereabouts, the departure of Prime Minister Hasina marks a significant turning point in the political history of Bangladesh. The Army Chief of Bangladesh, General Waker-Uz-Zaman, has stepped into the breach, addressing the nation and promising a swift resolution to the crisis. He has indicated that discussions are underway with the president to form an interim government, assurances that the military will stand down once the situation is stabilized. General Zaman has also pledged to launch an investigation into the violent crackdowns on protesters, vowing to hold accountable those responsible for the excessive use of force that has been widely condemned. The resignation of Sheikh Hasina, who has been the Prime Minister of Bangladesh since 2009, and previously from 1996 to 2001, brings to an end a tenure marked by significant controversy and criticism. Her political opponents have long accused her of consolidating power and undermining the democratic institutions of the country. Despite these criticisms, Hasina has remained a towering figure in Bangladeshi politics, a legacy that can be traced back to her father, Sheikh Mujibur-Rahman, who played a pivotal role in the country's struggle for independence from Pakistan in 1971. Mujibur-Rahman's assassination in 1975, along with most of his family, left a void that his daughter, Sheikh Hasina, sought to fill. Her rise to power has been characterized by both significant achievements in economic development and governance, as well as allegations of authoritarianism and suppression of dissent. The events of the past few weeks, culminating in her resignation and flight to India, are a testament to the deep divisions and unresolved tensions that continue to plague Bangladesh's political scene. As Bangladesh enters a new and uncertain chapter, the eyes of the world are on the country, watching closely to see how the transition of power will unfold. The formation of an interim government, the investigation into the handling of the protests, and the eventual path to national reconciliation will be critical in determining the future of democracy and stability in Bangladesh. The legacy of Sheikh Hasina, and the movement that forced her from power, will undoubtedly be subjects of intense scrutiny and debate in the years to come.